All right, hey everybody. Hey, live from Palm Springs, California. All right, I'm not live, but I do go live, and I am from Palm Springs. So maybe that doesn't count. I don't know. Hey, my name is Mark. Welcome to my channel, Don't Retire, Rewire. If you're new here, this channel is for Gen Xers and baby boomers who aren't ready to check out just because somebody decided, I don't know, it's time to retire. Maybe retirement is getting closer. And we've started looking at the numbers and thinking, maybe you haven't saved quite as much as you thought you would. Maybe you realize you're probably going to be working, and I hate to say it because I'm 68 till we're 70. Or maybe you're already retired, but you still want to make money. And the thought of getting a second job, spending Saturday afternoon, I'm going to say it, welcome to Walmart, isn't exactly the retirement dream you had in mind. And that's why I created Don't Retire, Rewire. Now, before we get started, I want to know something. How many Gen Xers and Boomers do we have here? I can always tell. Whoever picked up the phone and called for the time and the temperature, that tells me everything there. Put it in the comments. I want to see. Now, let me ask you a slightly more uncomfortable question. How many of you have looked at your retirement account lately and thought, I'm just going to say it, well, shit, because apparently somebody forgot to tell us that retirement planning required a whole lot more than just surviving the last 30 or 40 years. We were told, work hard, right? Be responsible, pay your bills, save some money, and someday you'll retire and put a bobber in the water. Except there's one little problem. A whole lot of people are getting close to retirement and they're realizing the flipping math ain't mathin', right? And suddenly the retirement plan starts looking less like Palm Springs, where I live, and more like, welcome to Walmart. Would you like a card? Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, so please let me say that. But if I'm going back to work in my 60s or 70s, I'd rather be building something that belongs to me. And that's what I want to talk to you about. You know, the old retirement model, come on now, it's broken. I call what I'm building Don't Retire, Rewire, because I think we've been sold the idea that life happens in 3 stages. You learn, you work, and then you retire. And once you retire, apparently you're supposed to disappear somewhere and spend the rest of your life arguing about, I don't know, what time dinner starts. I'm not interested in that. And I don't think a lot of you are either. But there's another group of people who don't even have that choice. They're looking like me, Social Security, their savings, how long they could potentially live. And they're realizing, we're realizing, I'm going to have to keep making money. Okay. Then the question becomes, well, how do you trade more of your time for another paycheck? Or do you learn how to build something in this new digital economy? That's the rewire. Do you realize there's 1,800 millionaires being created every single day on social media? That's crazy. So I didn't wake up one morning and say, you know what? Sounds fun, becoming an internet marketer. I started looking because I saw what was happening. The world changed. The way people make money changed. But most of us were never taught how the new system works. We grew up in a world where we know you get a job, you went to work. Somebody gave you a paycheck. Maybe you got a pension. Maybe you put money into a 401k. Today, somebody can sit at their kitchen table, hear me, with a laptop, a phone, and build a business reaching people all over the world. And I become fascinated with it. I did. But here's where it gets overwhelming. You go online and everybody has an answer. A bunch of 25-year-old kids looking like they're 12. Start on YouTube, start a podcast, do affiliate marketing, get on TikTok, sell digital products, build a course, use AI, build a funnel, start an email list. Pretty soon you got 47 browser tabs open, I don't know, and you made exactly flipping zero. And that's when I realized something. I didn't need another frickin' 500 ideas. I needed a blueprint. The Rewire Blueprint. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I purchased what I call the Rewire Blueprint. And let me be very clear. The description's in my bio, but I'm not telling you there's some magic button where you click it tonight and wake up tomorrow and become rich. If anybody tells you that, hang on to your wallet. What's interested me was having a system I could follow instead of trying to piece everything together myself. Does that make sense? Something that could help somebody who didn't grow up in the creator economy understand how this new world works. Because that's who I'm interested in helping. The 50-year-old, the 55-year-old, the 60-year-old, the 65 and 70-year-old. That's me, I'm 68. The person thinking, did I miss the whole internet thing? No, you didn't miss it, my brothers and sisters. But you might have to rewire the way you think about making money. You know, your age can actually be an advantage. Hear me, your age can be an advantage. A lot of people our age look at younger people online and think, what could I possibly teach anybody? Oh, come on now, are you kidding me? You've got 30 or 40 years of experience. You've survived. Well, let's just go through it. Careers, marriage, divorces, kids, bosses, layoffs, mortgages, blah, blah, and probably 3 hairstyles you deeply regret. All right, you get the knowledge, you get the stories, you've got the experience. The problem isn't that you have nothing valuable. The problem is nobody showed you how to package what you know for the digital world. That's a very different problem, and it's solvable. Now, I don't know. The real Rewire, this is where Don't Retire Rewire becomes bigger than making money online. Hear me. Because the first thing we're rewiring isn't your bank account. It's your thinking, your old thinking. I'm too old to start. I have decades of experiences somebody else doesn't have. Old thinking, I'm terrible with technology. The rewired thinking, I don't have to know everything. I have to learn the next thing. The old thinking. I need another job. The rewired thinking. What could I build? Old thinking. Nobody wants to listen to me. The rewired thinking. Who's 5 steps behind me that I could help? That, my friend, is the shift. And why digital products caught my attention? Well, one thing that caught my attention was, yes, the digital products. Think about the traditional businesses. Inventory, shipping, warehouse, returns, employees. With a digital product, you're dealing with something completely different. And that's where the Rewire Blueprint entered the picture for me. I purchased it not only because I wanted to learn from it, but because I have master resale rights to it. I make 100% profit. And if you're thinking, what the hell is master resale rights? Good. Because I had to question it too. In simple terms, it means I have the right to resell the particular digital product under the terms of its license, but this distinction matters. Buying something doesn't magically create a business. You still need an audience, trust, marketing, learning. But instead of spending months creating a digital product from scratch before I can even learn how to market one, I have something I can work with while I learn the business. And that, my friend, is what interested me. You know, the bigger mission of this whole thing, and this is why my channel isn't called the Rewire Blueprint, it's called Don't Retire Rewire, because the blueprint is a product. Don't Retire Rewire is our mission. I want to build a place for Gen Xers and Boomers who are saying, I don't want my next chapter to be smaller than my flippin' last one. Maybe you didn't save enough. Maybe you did, but you're bored out of your frickin' mind. Maybe you're already retired and discovered there's only so much golf a human being can frickin' do. Maybe you're still working and thinking, I cannot do this for another frickin' 10 years. Whatever brought you here, my message is the same. Your working life might be winding down. Your useful life isn't. Okay. What I'm not promising you're going to make 10 grand next month. I'm not promising passive income while you're sleeping on a beach. And I'm definitely not promising you'll click 3 buttons, let AI do everything, and wake up rich. That's bullshit. What I am saying is that business models exist today, hear me, that didn't exist when most of us entered the workforce. And they're learnable. I'm learning it. The question isn't, am I too old? The question is, am I willing to learn something new because you've already reinvented yourself before? You just probably didn't call it that. So here's my invitation. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, okay, well, all right, Mark, maybe I need to figure this damn thing out. That's exactly why I'm building Don't Retire, Rewire. I'm learning it. I'm doing it. I'm documenting it. And I'm going to show you what's working and what's not working. What I'm screwing up and what I'm learning along the way. And for people who want to see the system I'm using, that's where the Rewire Blueprint comes in. I'll show you what it is. I'll explain what you're actually getting. I'll explain the master resale rights. I'll tell you what I like about it. And I'll tell you what it doesn't do. Then you decide for yourself whether it makes sense for you. Hey, there ain't no pressure here, because the biggest thing I want you to leave with today isn't a product. It's a freaking idea and hope. You know, for decades, we've been told, work, save, retire. Right. Maybe it's time for a different plan. Maybe instead of asking, when can I finally stop frickin' working? We start asking, what could I build with everything I've learned? Maybe retirement isn't the finish line. Maybe it's the starting line for something completely different. So I'm telling you, if you're 50, 60, hell, 70, like I am, close to it, and you're sitting there thinking, it's too late for me, Mark. I want you to remember 3 words. No, it's not. You don't have to disappear. You don't have to become irrelevant. And you sure as hell don't have to spend the next 15 years standing at the front of a Walmart unless that genuinely is what you want to do. Remember, I said there's nothing wrong with that. I got too big an ego. I can't do it. You've got experience. You've got knowledge. You got a story. And now we've got technology that gives ordinary people the ability to turn these things into something. So my message to you is simple. Don't retire, rewire. And let's see what the hell we can build in the second half. If you want to see exactly what I'm using, go in and check the link. It's in my description, boomerrewire.com. And subscribe to my channel. I'm dropping stuff like this all the time. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. I'm loving you.